I'm delighted now to introduce Anita Chan, who is an audit manager for KPMG in Los Angeles. She's originally from Hong Kong, but went to college in the United States and has worked in New York. And recently, I'm delighted to hear, I just heard, visited my hometown of Munich for the Oktoberfest, which I recommend to all of you. Anita is going to come up here and do the almost impossible. She's going to make accounting interesting. She has a very interesting idea about how to increase transparency, which is really the source of the way back out of the world of corruption. So Anita, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Peter. Enron. It was one of Fortune's 100 best companies to work for in America. It was also named America's most innovative companies. But today, that name is synonymous with unethical business practices, false sustainability claims, and fraudulent financial reporting. Enron's collapse was a shock to the world, leaving scarring footprints to our global economy. In my view, had the public had more visibility to its operations, the issues may well have been identified earlier on, and we could potentially have addressed it in a timely manner to prevent the devastating effects. As a financial statement auditor, I provide reasonable assurance over the financial results of corporations. However, my vision lies beyond those responsibilities. I'm here today to seek your support to help launch a global transparency initiative. Transparency leads to trust. My vision is for corporations to provide greater transparency to the public in ethics, environmental, and financial arenas. These three seemingly dissimilar areas are in fact essential in achieving the goal of leaving a positive footprint in our world and to indirectly counter corruption. Ultimately, beneficial economic and social benefits will be generated through enhanced transparency. So you might be thinking, how does that work? I propose that corporations have an integrated report that encompasses the following three areas. First, a focus on corporate ethics. Corporations should disclose its relationship with the government, its suppliers, and customers. Providing transparency to the public about these relationships serves as an indirect method to counter corruption and unethical business decisions. With the public scrutinies, businesses will be less likely to engage in unethical operations and corrupt dealings. Further, corporations should have an integrated report that discloses employee data, such as turnover rate, average age, and gender. This will help provide visibility to potential unethical business practices, such as poor employee benefits, potential usage of child labor, and also gender inequality. Second, a focus on sustainability. Well, how has the company delivered on its commitments to corporate social responsibilities? Have they effectively utilized natural resources to try to minimize their carbon footprint? And what about water usage, given the scarcity of water supplies? It is crucial that not only do they disclose these information, but that these information get benchmarked globally and validated independently to hold these corporations accountable for fulfilling their corporate social responsibilities. Third, a focus on standardizing and simplifying financial statements. Financial reporting regulations such as International Financial Reporting Standards, or IFRS, was an attempt to standardize global financial reporting standards. However, to date, many countries have only adopted a variation of IFRS, and 3 of the largest economies, the US, China, and Japan, have yet to adopt it. This delay in adoption begs for the reconsideration of having a universal platform that's independent from political influences and self-interest. As evidenced by Enron, complex accounting provide unethical businesses an avenue to commit fraudulent financial reporting. Therefore, in the process of standardizing, it is also equally important to provide simplified financial statement guidances so that transparency would be achieved and be able to be provided for the general public. While certain companies already discloses various forms of the aforementioned information, the goal is really to have a standardized global platform that's accessible by the public, by all of you. Ultimately, in addition to evaluating the company solely based on their financial results, transparency should really be a matrix that's scrutinized by the public as well. I strongly believe in the power of transparency. As an initial step, I've actually interviewed a few of my own clients in hopes to develop the benchmarks for a global platform. I'm also participating in my firm's initiative to provide sustainability attestations. Well, how does the market feel about this? The responses actually were pretty positive so far. My clients acknowledge the benefits that transparency can bring, and they're interested in the idea of integrated reporting. Further, they believe that as an ethical business, they should be willing to disclose such information anyway, as long as their competitive advantage is not compromised. To sustain the economic and social benefits that transparency can bring, there must be an independent supervisory body that monitors these integrated reports and also establishes an effective global framework. The International Integrated Reporting Council, or the IIRC, was recently established just to do that. Currently, there are over 75 corporations around the world that have volunteered to participate in their pilot program to help establish a global framework. If full adoption is actually employed, the program will provide the public with the transparency that produces sustainable economical and social benefits for our society. Consider this. What type of footprints are the corporations in your country leaving behind? Are they potentially tainted like Enron's? Or are they transparent, generating greater good for your country and our world in the long run? Fellow One Young World leaders, let's broadcast the importance of transparency via social media. Let's lobby it to the regulatory bodies. And let's promote the pilot programs to some of the key corporations within your home country. Please join me in the effort to promote and create awareness of this integrated reporting around the world. Thank you.